Oh, there you are, YouTube. Do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. You know what I think we're going to do today? We're going to do a random ranking. We're a little, it's getting late today. What I want to do, though, if you see right here, I've got a lot of Ghostbusters stuff right here. I'd like to show off those Playmobiles I have at some point. Maybe unpackage the Barbie Ghostbusters up there. We'll see what happens. Maybe down the road. I have them out. Might as well. Anyway, what we're going to do now, though, is a random ranking, and what that is, if you're new here, it's when we go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies from most favorite to least favorite based on whatever criteria we come up with. I will rank them here, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so. But yeah, let's get to picking those movies. Let's do one over here. Should we do one over behind Slimer? Let's do it. And then maybe let's do whatever this is. Okay, let's make sure we've seen him. Seen it? Oh, I already did that one. Okay, I got to get rid of one. We just did Running Man like not that long ago, so we're gonna do something else. Maybe something in this vicinity. Hello. Okay, I feel like I just did this one too. Didn't I just do Steve Jobs not that long ago? I think I did a ranking for that one. This is the problem when you put them back, because I used to not put the movies back. I'd let them sit over here beside me for a couple months, so I wasn't getting a lot of repeats. Oh gosh, okay. Well, they don't call it a ranking for nothing. All right, this is where we're at. We have Ang Lee's Hulk. Now, I think this movie is underrated. I mean, when you compare it to things that have come out today, I understand that the Hulk looks bad. It's like slow moving, but I like it because it's almost like an art film in a way. I like that for a superhero movie because we don't get that very often with a superhero movie. And I think Ang Lee was doing some interesting things here, and he was also paying homage to the comic book with some of the ways in which he was framing his shots, or also like juxtaposing the framing using like borders and edges and things like that. So that was kind of cool too, and finding ways to do that in a sophisticated way and not like a wink at the camera, isn't my movie so corny sort of way. I've always loved Eric Bana as Bruce Banner. I think I would have loved for him to have been introduced into the MCU. I mean, Mark Ruffalo's fine, but I would have liked to have seen Eric Bana do more with this. And I think it's just great that Ang Lee directed this. He's got one of the most like unique filmographies. He's really got, I mean, he's done so many different movies. It's very eclectic, everything that he's done. But yeah, I like this movie, Hulk. A lot of people, I think, maybe don't, but I feel like it's also been reevaluated, so maybe they do now. Next, we have The Good Shepard. This movie, I thought, was slow and dragged, and if I remember correctly, it's directed by Robert De Niro. Yep, says it right there. We got Robert De Niro, we got Angelina Jolie, we got Matt Damon. Also, if I remember correctly, Joe Pesci is in this, has a role. Let's see if I can see him in here. Look at all these names. We got Alec Baldwin, Billy Crudup, William Hurt, Timothy Hutton, Lee Pace, Eddie Redmayne. Oh my goodness. John Turturro. My wife's upstairs right now watching John Turturro in Severance. I think I see, I feel like I'm looking at Philip Seymour Hoffman right here, but I'm not seeing his name, unless I'm missing it. Angelina Jolie. Anybody see Philip Seymour Hoffman's name? I don't. But anyway, I love this movie, and I don't see Joe Pesci. Isn't Joe Pesci in this? I'm pretty sure Joe Pesci's in this. Yeah. But anyway, I just remember this feeling like a slog, difficult to get through. It was like a chore. But now that I'm older, maybe I'd like it, because I watched this, you know, when I was just anticipating the next superhero movie. Next, we have a lenticular slipcover being used for The Dark Knight Rises. So The Dark Knight Rises is the 3rd film in the Nolan trilogy, the Dark Knight trilogy, and for me, Now I need to go and rewatch this, because the last time I ranked this, people were like, maybe you should give it a rewatch. You know, they were telling me some great things about it. Like when I was reading their comments, because I've only seen it, I think once or twice. Once in the theater, and I think I did watch it once with a friend when I was in grad school, and he had like a great setup. And I know we watched. I think we did watch this there, but what was I going to say? Oh yeah, the people who commented on this in one of my more recent rankings where this movie was included said so many great things and compelling things like that really intrigued me, and I was like, you know what, maybe I do need to give this movie a revisit, because I remember just thinking, I think I still like the other one more. I mean, it's not necessarily like a ranking thing in terms of the 3 trilogy films, but like to me, I do like The Dark Knight more, but that doesn't mean, you know, this is bad. But to me, I always felt like this one's like not very good, or maybe it just didn't interest me. I don't know. But as I was reading those comments, I was like, oh, actually, you know, your comments make this movie sound so much more interesting to me than my memories of the movie. So I want to give it another shot. But the question is, how do we rank these movies? And I think I got a pretty good idea of what I want to do here. And this is that idea right here. I'm going to go Ang Lee's Hulk. I've always liked that movie. I don't necessarily like the way the villain was. Nick Nolte was sort of like turned into a cloud with projections on him at the end. That was, you know, something better I think could have happened there. Because like, where's the projector, right? And it's supposed to be like, oh, that's like visual memories and stuff like that, I guess, happening. But I don't know. It's weird to me that happens, because it's like from it's like from the movie's cinematographer's point of view, like previously filmed things. I don't know. I always thought that was weird. So, but I still like the movie a lot. I just think that part could have been maybe executed a little bit differently. Then we have The Dark Knight Rises. I'm going to go ahead and put that next because it's a superhero movie. It's Batman, and I like it better than The Good Shepard. Because The Good Shepard was one of the most difficult watches of my life in terms of I'm bored. I don't like that term to describe movies, but that's kind of how I felt. I was just like, oh my gosh. Ooh. But maybe I need to rewatch it. Maybe my more mature brain can handle it, you know? I was a different age when that came out. I was waiting for movies like this and movies like this to come out. But I just watched that because maybe it was nominated for an Oscar or something. I can't remember why I watched it. But anyway, this is my ranking. Ang Lee's Hulk, followed by The Dark Knight Rises, and then finishing with The Good Shepard. But my question to you is, have you seen these films? These 3 right here? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.